Hello, this is Cameron from Bird Barrier. You have purchased a pest pole, and this short video is going to show you how to use the pole to make sure that it lasts a long time, performs well for you for many years. This pole is made from very high quality materials, aluminum, very high, strong, durable plastic, and if you use it properly, it will do what you need it to do. First of all, one of the main features of this pole is the clamps from section to section, which are very easy to use. You simply pull out this lever, clamp it, and it's going to be held in place. Now that's sliding down because it needs to be adjusted. So this little knob on the back, when you buy the pole, these are all going to be a little bit loose. So you want to tighten them all a little bit by hand and sort of pull the top, and you can see these are opening, and you keep doing it till they're all pretty tight, and now they're nice and tight. So this pole is ready to be used, and you can always adjust these a little tighter or a little looser depending on what is going on. If they wear a little bit, you just tighten them up a little bit. So that's the main functionality. The main thing also that's really important to know is that when you put the pole up for use, you want to have the pole standing up in front of you, holding one side or the other, and lifting up the section straight up and lifting the next section. Of course, these can go much higher, and they will stop. They will not stop automatically, but there's a red section. You do not want to have that red section sticking out. So clamp it where the red starts, put the next section up. We're going to go as high as we want. This room is only about 15 feet high. And so there we go. Now the main thing that's really, really important is how the pole comes down. You do not want to just pull this lever and let the pole slide down. You want to hold the upper section, open the lever, and ease it down with your hand and let the two clamps come together nicely. Same thing up here. Ease it down, stop it before it gets there. Last but not least, the top section. What's going to happen is if you do not do it that way, if your pole section is up, and you just drop it and let it go, essentially it's like two hammers coming together. These two poles, this pole is going downward at a great rate of speed. It's quite heavy. When these two clamps hit, the main thing that's most likely going to happen is this clamp, which is glued to the top of this pole. It's glued to this pole right here. When it hits, this clamp is going to come up, it's going to slide up, and the glue is going to break. There's no way that won't happen because there's just too much force. This clamp is on here very tightly. There's a very small space between the clamp and the pole, and there's not that much glue in there. It's a very good high quality glue, and so it's your job to make sure that you use this in a way that you don't break that off. So this is what I'm talking about here. This clamp has been hit already, and so you can see this is the pole, the top of the pole, and the clamp. This part of the pole, of the clamp right here, has the glue in it. So when they're glued together, they slide down like that. And this top section squeezes in and out. So this clamp looks like one unit, but it's doing two different things. It's glued onto this pole, and this pole is sliding and being locked with the top half of the pole. So here is the clamp. It's going to come off. So you can see inside this clamp, you can see there's some glue in there. The bottom half of the clamp is what's glued to the pole. The top half is what closes and opens, and there's a rubber grip inside of there. So this is a very well engineered part, and it's glued on with very good glue. So you can see a little bit of glue here. This black stuff is the glue at the top of the pole. So if this happens to you, you're going to simply buy some JB Weld, which is available at all hardware stores and online. And it's a two-part mix, so you're going to mix these two parts together. You can buy it with a little dispenser where you squeeze it out, and you mix it with a little wood stick in there, or just two tubes. This will set up in about an hour, but is not really fully cured until 24 hours unless you apply heat. So if you do glue these together, make sure they have time to cure before you use the pole. The top section, this little Acme thread can slide inside of this section if it comes down too hard. So I'm just going to do it, let it go. The Acme thread has now gone inside this clamp, and it's very hard to pull out. So what you do is you take the next section out, and you can see the top section, which is right here, is sticking out. So we're just going to put it down on the ground, push it, and now it's clear and free. That's it. Please use the pole as we've shown you here, and you will not have any issues whatsoever. And good luck.